Hello there, gods and amazing goddesses of your reality. Welcome back. This is Manifest with Jenny and Nutritious Wise. So I've got a client in a couple of moments, so I just wanted to talk about this quickly. And I wanted to talk to you about my favourite subject, and that is self-concept. That's coming back to who you actually are. And why is it so important on your manifesting journey? I didn't realise this until I'd worked on my own self-concept. And what I felt like I was doing, especially because it flies into love, because you know I'm all about love, unconditional love for yourself and for others. It's all about connection for me. You know, this is why I want to do coaching. But what is love, and what space are you choosing love from? And what I realised is that I wanted love so much, but it was eluding me. And it was eluding me because I really didn't see the beauty within me. And so as a coach, I feel like, especially when we talk about SP, I feel like everybody wants romantic love, or, you know, the majority of people want romantic love in their life. But we really don't know how to get it. And we're so busy searching outside of ourselves, which it's so counterintuitive and so paradoxical that that's how we feel like we're going to get love. And I never understood self-love up until, you know, the last year or so, probably less than that. And now I fully do, and I embrace it massively. And the reason why I'm saying this is because obviously, bringing it back to SP and romantic love related, it's so important that you grasp this, because if you're not loving yourself and you don't have these tools to know how to truly love yourself for yourself, you know, then you're forever going to bring in the versions of your SP that you don't want. You know, it's the most important thing for you to grasp. Does it mean that you're not manifesting? No, of course it doesn't. Like, we're all manifestors from birth, but that doesn't mean that you're an efficient manifester, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. And so all the teachings, everything that I can give you with the tools, the tips, the tricks, and all of the rest of it to learn, it really doesn't compare to finding out and loving yourself for the person that you are. And I want to read a poem. Now, just before I read this poem, I want to say, I know this is deep, because you know I'm deep, I always say this, but this is my meat suit. This isn't me. My soul is unconditional love. I realise that now. I'm just the energy of love, and so are you, but you don't necessarily know that. But I'm learning more and more about this, about myself, not, you know, to the exclusion of the physical meat suit that I'm in. But I realised the benefit of learning about my own journey in this 3D existence, in this lifetime, and what led me to all these decisions, and led me to love, and led me to want to give you this knowledge on what creates beautiful love, like long-lasting love. So you've got it within as your beautiful buffer and what holds you through all of life. And then the irony is, once you nail this, then you become such an efficient manifester to be able to manifest the life and the love that you've always wanted. So I just wanted to read a poem that I created, and it's my journey of going through the dark space, the dark place, which I've talked about before, and how, you know, it was so physically painful, and it was just something that you can't articulate with words really. It's your personal journey of, you know, the pain and the suffering that you went through, and I want to try to put it into words, but how I understand that it was it was always meant to bring me back to this, to love, to the light. You know, it was my guider. The dark was my path to the light. And so why am I telling you this, and why am I going to read this poem to you? Because it ultimately gives me so much pride and so much self-respect, and this is all part of it. It's all part of self-love. I put out a video today with my beautiful colleague and friend Christina, and we talked about the physical ways to show you self-love, with touching your own skin, and you know, those physical things where you can bring your love back into yourself. But then there's the realization of your journey and what you've been through, and reliving the moments of feeling, you know, this is what I went through and this is where I am now, and how much pride it's going to give you, and then to then bring you back to the knowledge of that we are unconditional love at our core. That is you and that is me, and the culmination of all that self-love brings about what you desire, brings that beautiful human into your existence, right? From that place, from that energy. So, you know, I wanted to read you this poem because everything touches me. You know, I'm a crier. I'm going to try not to cry, but can't promise it's a Jen thing. But it just fills me with so much pride, and knowing that, you know, it's what carried me through to be this version, this person that I am now, as well as all the other beautiful things that I learn and I want to pass on to you. So it's called Becoming. There was a time when the world was too loud, when every breath felt like breaking, and the ache inside me was a storm I couldn't escape, no matter how far I ran. I tried to silence it, to numb it, but the pain wouldn't let me go. It held me, fierce and unrelenting, until I had no choice but to listen. It said, "You are more than this fear, more than this story you told yourself. You are light pretending to be small, a universe folded into human skin." I didn't believe it, not at first. I fought, I fell, I shattered. But in the quiet that followed my breaking, I began to feel something tender. It was love, not from another, but rising from the cracks within me. It whispered, "You are whole. Even in your mess, you are worthy." The darkness has taught me to see, not with my eyes, but with my soul. And what I saw was a truth so bright, it could never be forgotten. Now I walk with this light, knowing it was born of every tear that I cried. The pain was never my enemy, but the fire that forged me. I am love, I am infinite. I am here to remind the world that even the deepest wounds can bloom into something beautiful. So I carry my scars not as burdens, but as testament to me becoming. And I speak, not because I'm healed, but because I'm whole, even in my healing. This is my true story, my truth and my gift, to sit here open and unafraid, and to remind you, you are light too. So I'm just going to finish there because I have got my client, deep, profound, you know what you get with me, but at least I didn't cry. So I hope that this has made an impact, even if it's just to one soul, beautiful soul who's looking for unconditional love. So I will see you probably when I get back from Viva Spain. Don't forget, I've got that offer on. and I will see you in the next one.
Hey,